Hello dear viewers, I hope you are doing well. I'm Professor Muhammad Asif Iqbal with you and you're watching my channel Linguastatus. Well, previously my channel was named as IELTS Advanced and English with Master, but now I have changed its name. Now it is known as Linguastatus. Fine, that's for your information. And today I'm going to share with you IELTS reading question, and that is matching information with paragraphs. Fine, and I have come up with amazing ideas and top strategies and a very nice practice. Fine, so stay connected with the video till the end. Fine, let's start with the rest of the lesson. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Matching information with paragraph, IELTS reading. Okay, so in today's class these are our subtopics. First of all, the explanation, then the skills needed, key tips to approach the question, the proven strategy, and step-by-step model answer practice. Fine. Okay, so first of all, explanation. Okay, you will be given a set of 3 to 6 statements in this type of question. Okay, you have to match the information in each statement to matching information in a paragraph in the reading passage. Okay, now type of information that is selected for you, it can vary widely. For example, it can be based on facts, descriptions, opinions, predictions, definitions, explanations, reasons, and challenges. Fine, so the types can vary. Okay, now the sample question that you receive in this type of question, that's how you receive it. Reading passage 1 has 9 paragraphs, A to I. For example, write the correct letter A to I in boxes 1 to 3 on your answer sheet. Fine. Okay, 1. Now these are the statements given to you. For example, a reference to characteristics that only apply to food production. Second, a reference to challenges faced only by farmers in certain parts of the world. And third, a reference to difficulties in bringing about cooperation between farmers. Alright, now the skills aimed at in this question, well, it tests your ability to skim read for general meaning. You start with that. Fine, and you scan for specific information. This skill is tested. And reading in detail to find answers. And finally, identifying synonyms and paraphrasing. That's always there in IELTS reading or listening. Fine, so these are the skills you have to keep in mind to approach this question. Now, the common problems associated with the attempt of this question that students often face. Okay, 1, looking at the whole text for specific information. Well, that's quite difficult, because the information can be anywhere in the text. Second, the answers might not be in the main idea of each paragraph. Okay, unlike other questions like matching heading. Okay, this type of question. And third, lots of irrelevant information you don't need to consider, since you have to go through the whole text, the whole paragraph, and then you come across irrelevant information as well, which you do not need in fact. And 4, not all paragraphs contain an answer, and some contain more than one answer. Alright, so that's quite challenging. Now tips, 1 to 9 we have. First of all, we have the answers will not come in the same order in the text as the order of the list of statements. Okay, the list of statements which contains information. And second, some paragraphs may not contain an answer, and but you have to go through the paragraphs. You cannot skip. All right. Third, a paragraph could contain more than one answer, so don't be contented with finding one answer in one paragraph and then you move on to the other and think that the other one must be in the second paragraph. Well, that may be in the same paragraph. 4, the answers may not be in the main idea of a paragraph. Okay, you will need to find specific information, and for that you have to get into the details. All right, so that's quite difficult here. 5. Do the other question types on this text first. Well, this is the solution, the strategy, okay, to minimize these troubles, because thus you can attempt this question easily and quickly, because it's time consuming question, quite difficult question, not impossible. 6. Expect lots of synonyms. Okay, figures are often given as words and vice versa. Well, if you find in the information, you find them in words, in the passage you find them in in words, and then if in the information they are in words, then they will be in numbers, in figures in the paragraph. Okay, like for example, like see, if in the information it is one of two, so that can be a half. Okay, like this, and vice versa, so they can be. So these are examples. Okay, that's how they paraphrase. That's another way of paraphrasing. 69%, and that's 69%. Okay. Number 7. Usually the matching information is in a phrase or whole sentence, not in an individual word. So that's a hint for you to be vigilant. Number 8. Search for the easiest information to match first. That will facilitate your attempt. Okay. Sorry. That is the statements with good keywords such as names, numbers, places, and dates. Well, that's quite easier to attempt them first, and then you move on to the to more difficult ones. Number 9. Narrow down the possibilities by a process of elimination. So that goes the same in case of attempting many types of IELTS reading questions. Okay, you can facilitate yourself in this way, because then you are, by the end you are left with less choices, and then it becomes easier for you. Okay. Well, some paragraphs will clearly be not a match at all. Well, but still you have to go through them. Okay, you cannot eliminate them from your search. Number 10. Plural words possibly indicate that the that the phrase or the sentence covers a whole paragraph. So it's like a heading. Okay, the plural words. So a singular noun can also cover a whole or a part of a paragraph. Okay, also keep this in mind. Number 11. If the phrases look like headings or lists, then look for a series of points. All right. Well, these are all hints for you before approaching, moving on to the passage. Before attempting this question, you must bear them in mind. Okay. Now, how to approach this question with the strategy, step by step. Let's see what it is. 1. Carefully read the instructions. Well, it goes without saying in all types of questions in IELTS or whatever, oral IELTS. Number 2, read the statements. Try to, by statements I mean the information given 1, 2, 3, 4, which you have to match with the paragraphs. Try to understand the main ideas and think about possible synonyms for key words. Okay. Number 3, skim read the text for general understanding of what it's about. Okay. Because and note the main idea of each paragraph in a couple of words. Write it beside write this thing beside the paragraph to remember. Okay, now when we move on to the practice you will see it. Okay, and number 4, read the statements again and decide which one will be the easiest to match. Okay, use these criteria. Names, numbers, places, dates will be easy to scan, and you will be lucky to have them. All right, and particularly the proper nouns, which cannot be changed at all. Okay, other keywords that should be easy to spot in the text, also keep them in mind, keep them in your eyes, and your notes on main ideas match information in one of the statements. Fine. Number 5, scan the text for keywords in the statement. Expect synonyms and paraphrasing to be used. Okay, don't be oblivious of them. Identify the paragraph with matching information with the help of these words which can have the synonyms in the passage. Okay, read it in detail. Okay, don't be contented with few lines here. Okay, number 6, find the matching information, fill in the answer sheet, and cross through the statement. Okay, to eliminate the attempted ones and to facilitate yourself. Okay, number 7, repeat this process until you have matched all the statements to paragraphs. Fine. Now, instructions and statements. Well, now this is how you get the instruction. For example, questions. Now this is example question 14 to 19. Sample paragraph 7 has 8 paragraphs labeled A to H. Which paragraph contain the following information? Write the correct letter A to H in boxes 14 to 19 on your answer sheet. Okay, you may use any letter more than once. Well, that's also possible. Okay, 14. A comparison of past. Now this is one of the information. They start like this. A comparison of past and present transportation methods. How driving habits contribute to road problems. The relative merits of cars and public transport. The writer's prediction on future solutions, and the increasing use of motor vehicles. Okay. Now, and the last one, the impact of the car on city development. Well, these are the information, the statements or information, and you have to match them with the paragraphs in the passage. Fine. And now this is from our example passage that you will see here. Okay, this is the example passage. Two paragraphs I have taken on one slide, so there is no time to go through all of them, but you can go back to them when you have to confirm. I'm just showing them to you on the screen for some time, and then you can play and freeze and go back to them. Okay, now this is first one. Okay, let's see. Carefully read this is passage B. Carefully read the instruction. Okay, then read the 6 statements which you have seen before to get a general understanding of what they are about. All right. Okay. Number 2, skim read the text. Now these are the steps. Okay, follow these steps for general meaning. All right. And now when you have the passage, okay, now write keywords beside each paragraph to identify key ideas. Like you will see them in red color here. You can see them in the right column. For example, I have noticed these keywords. Fine. So you can write them beside the passage to facilitate to remember what you found from the passage. All right. And then what you have to do, look for information that matches the ideas recorded in your notes. Well, you have taken the notes with the help of keywords beside the paragraph, as you saw. For example, now this is something from the passage. That is one of the statements. For example, how driving habits contribute to road problems. Fine. Now we look at we approach paragraph F, and then we have some keywords here, and these are the keywords which we have here. And what we do, we match them to to the information that you see here. Okay. And people's choices, for example, here people's choices from the passage, what car, how drive, is a close enough idea to driving habits. Now this, in the information, you will match these words to the words, to the keywords in the information, and of course they will be paraphrased. But if they match, well, that's the choice. That's the paragraph which contains that information. Okay, and you have to write that number beside that. Okay. Now your notes will help you find the paragraph again quickly. But if you have taken down the notes in the form of keywords beside the passage. Okay. Now read it in detail. Read the paragraph in detail to see if the information really does match. Okay. The sentence containing the information you need. Okay. Now, but fuel consumption. Now this is from the passage. But fuel consumption and exhaust emissions depend on which cars are preferred by customers and how they are driven. Okay. Pay attention to these words, these keywords from the passage. Now, sorry, this is a mistake. It is a good match to the statements. How? Look. Now, this is the statement. Look at the keywords driving habits, and here it is paraphrase how they are driven. Okay, contribute to road problem. So, in this way, the answer is F. Okay, we find this information in paragraph F because of these these keywords, this matching information, this idea there. All right. Okay. Now 17. Now that was another statement. The writer's prediction on future solutions, for example. Okay. Now sentence 17. The statement 17 is about the future. So the matching information should come near the end of the passage. Okay. Use your wits. Be vigilant during your attempt. Future solutions. We have discussed the present or past, and then we move on to the future. Okay. So if you have recorded this idea in your notes beside the passage, the location of the information will be easy to find. Fine. Now look, this is paragraph H. Okay. Now read paragraph G. That's not here, but you can go back to it, and H in detail. Okay. Now paragraph, because they are at the end, somewhere at the end. Paragraph G is about other people's opinions about future solutions. Okay, because it was about future solutions, you should move on to the last paragraphs. These are the last paragraphs. Paragraph H expresses the writer's view on this is H on prediction about possible solutions. How we know about that? These are the keywords: more solutions, technological. Okay, technological. So these are two more solutions. That suggests something like something about the future scenario. Okay, a more likely future scenario. You likely find it in the beginning. So that's why we know that it is paragraph H where we have this answer 17 that matches to H. Okay. Now this is paragraph A, and what we have here, we have a statement that, number 18. Increasing use of motor vehicles. Well, that could be in the beginning because we are starting hinting at the present situation. Okay. Now here we have the keyword number is rising. Okay, increasing, and here it's increasing. Look at this. Scan the text for numbers or percentages. Okay, so here we see them. Here more vehicles. You see, increasing shows more vehicles, and driving further also hints at that. Fine. Rising problems. Fine. And synonyms are increasing. Here we have increasing, here it is number is rising. So always keep in mind the synonyms. Paraphrasing, I always repeat in my lectures. All right. So, and here see number is rising. So that's why the best match is paragraph A. All right. And then next one, it's paragraph E. The statement has a strong keyword. What is that? The relative merits of car and public transport. Public transport, they cannot change it. Well, that will remain the same. All right. And here we have rail, travel, and trains, buses. Well, they show the public transport. All right. Scan for bus and train. As you come across. Paragraph E contains both keywords. Okay. It also contains information related to the statement. Okay. So that's the match. Okay. Now read the statement again. We are coming to it again. Paragraph E, the relative merits of cars and public transport. Key sentence. Now this is the key sentence in the passage. Okay. Cars and trains or buses, and here we have public transport, a flexible and convenient mode of personal transport. Okay. So relative merits, that is a comparison between the benefits, two things. Okay. So surpass is a word there, surpass, and well, we have to be better than. Okay, to be better than. Okay, so the answer is E. That's the best match. Okay, now here, next one. Now statement 13, a comparison of past and present transportation methods. Okay, now this one somewhere in the middle, maybe in the middle. See, it is C. So what we have here, well, there's only one paragraph that talks about past forms of transport. Okay, and that is this one, C. And what we have here, the keywords we have: transport in the past. Fine. So that's why you can see like these are the best matches here. Transport in the past. See about past forms. So this is the best match here. I'm not getting into too much detail of the rest of the passages because then the video will get too prolonged. Okay, now this is another one, the information, the impact of car on city development. You have to match that one. Okay, think of possible synonyms of city and development. Now, since these are the keywords, okay, and then urban. Now, for example, you can think about them. It could be urban for city, and development can be in the form of improvement. Okay. Not necessarily, but you can find something closer to these. Well, scan paragraph B, D. Now, because whatever you have already matched, well, just cross through them. Okay, eliminate them, and then you move on to the rest to the rest of the paragraphs. Okay, and that makes it easier for you. Okay, and that is here D. Well, that's the information statement, and then paragraph D contains both city and urban in the form of cities. It is written cities and urban. You see what we guessed, we have them here, luckily. And the second sentence contains information about, and that's quite a shorter paragraph, luckily. Okay, information about how cars have influenced or impacted, okay, development in cities. So that's the best match to the information number 19. Okay. And this is our acknowledgement to the source of the passage that we have taken with the answers from official website of IELTS. Okay, so I do hope you have benefited from today's video to some extent, and have developed some concepts regarding the attempt of this type of question. Fine, I always start with the strategies, with useful information, the problems. Well, that's very important to pave the way to before actually attempting the question. As always, I would like to request you, please subscribe, share, and share my videos with your friends, with your social circle, and the links to my previously made videos on language components and IELTS are available in the description. And the students who could be interested in my online interactive classes, more advanced classes, for them I have always given my WhatsApp contact in the description. Thank you very much, and see you next time.